A few days ago, I posted a teaser trailer for our new upcoming campaign, Expedition Untold. My name's Kyle. I am the Tavern Master and host for our podcast, the Tall Tale Tavern Podcast. We've been making Dungeons & Dragons actual play content for over a year now, and this is going to be our first big campaign. So I thought I'd come on here and tell you a bit more about the podcast and tell you about the campaign. First, what is the Tall Tale Tavern? The Tall Tale Tavern is a place that exists in Faerun and in other places in space and time. It's a bar where the walls are lined with bookshelves, and it has a very cozy, library-like feel inside this bar. Anytime someone tells a story in the tavern, the pages swirl around the room and form in the middle in a book, and then that book finds its place along the wall. This has been the premise of the podcast, where we make one-shot adventures that take place when someone walks into the tavern and shares the story, and then the intro music plays, and then we play out that story. The players are different for each adventure. I am usually the Dungeon Master, but there are plenty of guest Dungeon Masters that have been on to do their own one-shots for us. So after a year of doing this and having over a year's worth of one-shots available to us, we figured we have a pretty cool opportunity to do something unique. What if there was a group of adventurers going back through some of these stories? Expedition Untold is about 3 members of the Tall Tale Tavern Book Club. And in the first episode, they're going to be sucked into or sent into or forced into a story. As they go through this campaign, they'll be going back through some of the old adventures, meeting some characters from the stories that they've heard told in the tavern. Now you might be wondering, do I have to listen to the entire podcast to get anything from this campaign? The answer is definitely not. And before they go into each story, or as they kind of enter into each story, we put a little blurb at the end that says, recommended re-listening, listen to this adventure. The first episode of this campaign comes out this Wednesday. And if you're someone who likes actual play content and wants to be involved in something as it's coming out, now's a perfect time to join our Discord or join in on the listening, follow along here on TikTok. Our Discord's fairly active, and if you're someone who likes to get involved in different D&D communities, you should join ours. Introduce yourself. We have different groups that talk about dice, homebrew, DM advice, etc. If this all sounds great to you and you're like, where do I start? The adventure that I would recommend starting with is called The Sorcerer's Appendix. This is an adventure where all the players played wild magic subclasses, and the importance of it is that it directly ties into the first episode of Expedition Untold. That adventure specifically takes place in and around the Tall Tale Tavern itself. But anyways, we are excited for this new campaign. It's been a lot of fun so far. We've recorded 4 episodes of it. It's all pre-recorded. You can watch it or listen to it on any podcasting app. Watching it specifically on a different app that I can't name, or website that I can't name because TikTok will, nerf the video, I guess. But all those links can be found in the description. Thanks for following, thanks for listening to the whole video, and hope to see you in the tavern.